Ryan is at a club or I go on a date with Ryan and I come back to you as my friend and I'm like, oh, I went on a date with Ryan. This is our third date. And let's say you made out with Ryan 3 years ago.
Okay.
Do you tell me that you made out with Ryan 3 years ago, or do you yuck my yum, or do you let me go about my business?
This is the perfect question for you, Pepe. I dated a man that he fucking made out with after I dated him, and he knew about it.
No.
And he told me
Pepe.
years later.
What is your
What was the
response?
question? Am I mad? Is that the question?
No. Do you tell me?
Do you tell?
He told me, but he took his time.
He took his time, but you didn't tell her in the moment.
Oh fuck no! You didn't tell me in the moment.
Oh my God! You see, Pepe.
I was broken, first of all.
Hold on. Can I get hold on.
really out of a
Wait,
toxic
can we get what's his name back in here? Dr. Drew. Get Dr. Drew on the line.
Oh man, it's too good. You okay, Pepe? It's all right.
He told
There's
me.
a lot to unpack.
So wait, hold on. You dated the guy before.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Years ago. Pepe, you knew she dated the guy years ago.
Yeah, well, we were on the first date, and he was like,
They
"What do you do
talked
for
about
work?"
it.
And
And then they tongued
and
each
he was
other.
like, "Crazy story," and then he got me drunk.
There's the excuse. There's the excuse.
And the next thing you know, we were rolling around on the beach.
Yes. Also, West Side Gay.
What's that guy?
Yeah.
Whole different breed, bitch.
Wow.
I would have called you on the way home.
Yeah.
I would have called you on the way home.
That's too good, dude.
How good is that?
But
Did you know that story, Ryan?
Yes, yeah, I know.
Okay.
I forgot it until
Me
you were
too.
like,
I was
Pepe
like,
knows a
what
thing
are
or
you
two
about to
about that.
ask?
Bitch, I need to see a
I
picture of
forgot.
this man.
Oh, we can give the whole.
We're gonna put this link
rundown.
right here.
Yeah, give me his regular.
Instagram.
Put the link in. We're gonna put the link in the bio.
So
It
it's
is a little bit different than the situation you brought up because, like, in your situation,
Okay,
you're talking
yeah, let's go
about
to there.
someone you're actively like you just actively were dating Ryan.
Yeah.
And I made out with him in the past.
Yeah.
And I think if we were good friends, I would tell you like, hey, just flagging for you that we have canoodled in the past.
That also depends
Is that
on
the right
him
thing
as a
to do?
person,
Yeah.
right?
It's interesting because I go
Or
back
does that
and
taint it for you and you just want me to like not say anything?
well, sometimes people say it in the tainting way, like, "Oh, you shouldn't be with that person because I made out with him 3 years ago," and I'm like, "You can't." This is a small community. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to yuck your yum. I also don't want to shit on your plate. Like, you go ahead and do your thing, and if it gets more serious, I will come to you and say, "By the way, kissed this guy 3 years ago. I thought I would tell you now because you guys got serious." But
I like that approach.
yeah, I don't want to because I feel like as gay men, sometimes it's like, "Oh, I have a crush on Daryl," and it's like, "Oh, I hooked up with him."
It's kind of like a dog marking their territory. Like, oh, I peed on that bush
yes,
already.
yes.
damn.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm
And it's like,
why do I know what this is?
yeah, and I'm like, bitch, there's no more bushes. You peed on every goddamn bush.
There's no more
I
bushes.
really appreciate that perspective. I would not have thought like that about that initially, but
Because
I appreciate that.
I've lived this life for 7 years longer than you. And how old were you when you came out?
18.
You were 18.
But I had a serious boyfriend for 5 years, was broken up for 6 months, and then serious boyfriend again. So
you're a quick study.
And he's always taken.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So you haven't had the experience. You didn't
Not
get to
too
pee on a lot
much,
of bushes.
Yeah, no, yeah, I didn't pee on too many bushes.
Okay.
I don't know. That's 6 months. You can get a lot done in 6 months.
Oh.
It was a busy 6 months.
Right? Right? Oh my God. I remember at 29, I found myself. Like, I felt confident at what I looked like. I felt like I was like feeling myself. I grew into my ears. I found my haircut. My facial lady was on point. I like started working out. And I went to this therapist and she was like, "You know what? You need to have a whole year."
Yeah.
And I was like, "You know what?" I was like, "Jan, what? Jan's like a white lady. She's like a Jewish white lady who's like super nice." And she's like, "You need to have a whole year. You've been scared of everything. Now you need to like just relax and have a whole year." I was like, "You know what, Jan? I'm gonna have a motherfucking whole year." She's like, "Come see me in a month. Come see me in 2 months and tell me how it's going." So 2 months later, I go to Jan's. I'm like, "Hey, Jan, found a boyfriend." As soon as I initiated my whole year, I started dating this guy from Laguna Beach. And I was like, damn, I was just about to get it cracking, Jan.
Damn. I swear I was about to get it cracked.
I was like, Jan.
Is that the guy you're dating now?
No.
Okay,
I'm
so that
kinda
didn't happen.
That
It didn't
didn't
work
happen.
out.
I actually dated that guy for 8 months.
Oh, wow.
Funny story, broke up. And then 2 months later, he got married.
What?
And I found out on Instagram.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
2
you're
months
picking the
later.
bad apples.
I'm picking the bad apples.
It's all right. We'll pick a good one.
Yeah,
We'll
but
find
now
you
I'm
a
good. I'm
one.
Meg the Stallion.
Oh, yeah.
I'm running through the like I'm Tomb Raider. Like I'm
So
Meg the
did you ever
Stallion.
get your hoe summer?
I did get my host summer. I had a
good.
really nice host summer, but I'm a lesbian.
Oh.
I'm like, once I like, I'm like a lobster. I'm like,
Oh,
hey,
yeah. I've been called that.
can we hook
with
up for
Daryl.
like, yeah, can we like, if we're gonna hook up, can we just hook up every Thursday and like, so I can keep my numbers down? Like I'm trying to keep my quarterly report
Picking you.
thin. yeah, I'm trying to keep my quarterly report thin. Okay?
I think I knew that I was going to be like married with babies at a young age and didn't go to college. So I hoed it out at the end of high school, beginning of like 18, 19, 20s.
in a tiny town.
Hey, I hoed it out for 3 years.
On a
18, 19,
peninsula.
20s.
Like in a
Mother?
peninsula.
Oh, hi, mommy.
In the
Hi,
peninsula.
mommy. Yeah, it wasn't like the awesomest guys, but I did that. So now I'm like, I found the one that I want to do that with forever.
You know what? And that's kind of sort of my take on life is that if you know that there's an end date to something, go ahead and enjoy. I didn't enjoy many, but I felt like in my 20s, because I was just not confident. I didn't have,
I can't put you not confident.
oh,
I
it
know,
was
it's blowing my
horrible.
mind.
It was
You're
like,
so stunning.
I'll show you a photo of me.
If you're
in my
listening to
20s.
We got it. We
Go
got
on
to see. We
YouTube.
got to see.
But if you saw my sister, you would be like, fuck. Or like my mom when she was like in her 20s, 30s, 40s, like,
What, just hot?
she was like, my mom was a brick house. Like my mom had like,
It was a break.
oh my God, they used to call her Big Booty Zena.
Damn.
Because my mom had the tiniest top, like flat chested, would wear like, you know, like when she would dress up, like it was always low cut. But then she had it was my ass. Like I had the same ass as my
Badonkadonk.
mom.
You
Big
have a gorgeous
donkadonk.
ass.
Like, you know, I get it from my mama.
Yeah.
My sister didn't have a sad day in her life, like never had a pimple, was like Gucci, even with braces, she was cute. And my mom would always tell me, like, you're gonna grow into it, I'm telling you. I was like,
Well,
I'm
you
27,
grew,
bitch.
honey.
Can we do this?
You're stunning.
Thank you. I'm
You
sweating.
have a body of a rock star.
You know
You're
what?
stunning.
I appreciate that. Coming from a rock star.
You
Right?
are very
Mom.
handsome.
We can't talk about hoe
So
phases in
handsome.
front of your parents.
Yes, you can.
I mean,
oh,
it's
now
whatever.
Dad's here. Hi, Dad.
Yeah, GT just
He
pulled up.
can't even hear. It's fine.
I think
GT, I heard you're the king of Christmas.
Oh, Jingle Bell.
Ah, I'm getting him to come to my house.
Yeah. He needs help decorating.
Too high.
I cannot believe this is your first time on the podcast.
First time ever.
How long have you been
Everyone
working
here's
here?
going, Pepe. Fix it. We'll introduce Pepe. Chris Pepe.
How long have you been working here?
Who are you?
I've been working with Miss Trainor for about 2 years, 2.5 years.
Nice.
Is that it? I feel like it's been like 10.
I know, right?
And who'd you work for before? Were you always a celebrity
So
sidekick?
I was at CAA before. Oh my god, now I'm really sweating.
Oh my God, you stole him. You stole him from CAA.
And that, yeah, and now I'm on the management team. So
Wow.
here we are.
I need a man who's been through something.
Yeah. See, I feel like now that I've sobered up, I'm looking for a woman who has also like just been through life experiences, not like some shit, but like I don't know. I've had conversations with a 21-year-old, and I'm like, I can't do this. You know, I'm 29, almost 30, and I'm like, I'm not really hanging in there with this conversation. I'm like 25 and above.
Tag this right here.
Okay.
Tag this moment right here because
Okay.
when he's 40 and he bringing home a 21-year-old and he's like,
My
look at-
father did that. They're over there. My dad was
I tell
40
Dad, I'm like,
and
Dad,
my
how
mom
the-
was 20.
oh,
Period.
by the way, though, but your mom, I feel like you were an old soul from jump. Like you were
Yeah,
20
yeah.
going on 35.
She was. And
Like,
she was like, I hate these guys my age. And she wanted herself a zaddy.
But your mom was also born in the 70s, right?
She was 68 and he's 48.
So
Yeah.
for them, like, I feel like 21-year-old women back in the 80s, 90s, and
Yeah.
maybe early 2000s were just built differently.
They were.
Like these
Yeah,
girls.
I can see that.
These 21-year-old girls now, I'm
She
like,
could take anything.
really? No, seriously.
Yeah.
It's just a whole different. 21 is a whole different ball game. At 21, I was like I was moving to Los Angeles in a car, trying to figure out my shit with $1,000 under my mattress in case I had to come home.
Wow.
And now I see 21-year-olds. They're like, I think I'm gonna go to BU again, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start a clothing line. I'm like, Really?
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
can you do that?
risk.
Yeah.
Do that.
That's a big risk. Like, I'm gonna.
I tell all my friends, I'm like, put your feet on OnlyFans and get that money. Like, get some money.
For real, though.
Yeah.
If E fires me, I'm gonna be charging
Like-
$29.99 a month.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit these
You
cakes.
put your Amazon cart on there and they get it for you.
You know,
Alright.
but I'm gonna tell you my concept. I want to do an OnlyFans where I invite people, and it's a residency. So, like Ryan, do you have good nipples?
I do, yeah.
Let me
He
see 'em.
does.
Okay, so I'm gonna have Ryan
Gorgeous
come
little
with that
nippies.
chain, and I'm gonna say, okay, every day for a week, you're gonna come and you're gonna eat different things, and you're gonna like let it fall on your nipples. So like people want to see you like eat Doritos.
Definitely unique.
Like you're gonna
Definitely
eat Doritos,
unique.
and we're
Definitely
gonna keep
not what I
it.
thought you were gonna say.
No, we're gonna keep it right here because everybody has a fetish. And I don't want to show. I
Everybody
don't want to
loves
do
nipples.
anything nasty that's gonna come back to haunt me. The worst people can
Yeah.
say was, "Oh, you were eating Cheetos, and it fell on your nipples." Like, no, I'm good.
It's not bad.
You're not the perverts. People watching and subscribing who are
Yeah,
the
yeah.
perverts.
Don't call my audience perverts.
No, it's the thing.
our
Yeah,
customers,
there's zero
okay?
judgment. There's zero judgment. That's just what they like.
That's why like a lot of
Not
people
perverts,
love
sorry,
feet
yeah.
and would pay a lot of money for feet. And I'm like,
I like this idea.
Like,
I volunteer.
I'm
I'll
on
eat.
TV 5 days a week, y'all. I went to college twice. There are people out there. I'm not knocking anyone's hustle. I'm good for you. If you have OnlyFans and you are
Cashing
making that
out.
cash
Yep.
and you are doing your thing, who am I to judge?
Who am I
okay,
to judge?
because God knows,
I'm
if I was a
jealous.
girl and I needed to go to Harvard University, I would have been stripping in Boston at like you
Yep.
know O'Malley's. I would have been O'Malley's strip club.
O'Malley's,
stripping to some Blink 182. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
People need to do what they need to do.
Yeah.
I just am so mad that I took this route
Yep.
and
Yeah.
not that one.
Yeah.
Like, what was going on?
It's like one of the most impressive hustles I've seen. I've seen some serious money.
I mean,
now there is
also-
only a small percentage that make like really good money on that platform.
I don't know, man. I feel like anyone can make I'm upset, clearly.
Yeah, we
Why
got
do you
excited
keep
about
All of
Hating
these
on
women
that,
make
bro.
so much money.
Seriously.
Dad.
If
Dad
you
will
look
come
into
fix
it, it depends. But I mean, I guess it also depends on what you consider big money. Maybe a bunch of them make.
They're paying rent, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
nice.
yeah. If they're paying rent, it's
You save
plenty
your
of
money.
I had a roommate in college who was. So I went to college with. Do you watch Bachelor? Bachelorette? Andy Dorfman lived like 4 houses down from us. We all went to LSU, and my roommate was a med student, and she would go to Las Vegas once a month, and she would pay $2,000 to the Spearmint Rhino, and she would strip for a weekend.
Wow.
And she would come home with bags of cash.
Yeah, Spearmint Rhino's like.
And she was a baddie. Like if you saw her, you would be like, oh my God, like you're not. But she would go there, pay the $2,000 for
Thanks,
the
Dad.
weekend, get her time slots, and come back with a bag of
Yeah.
cash and pay her college tuition. And I was like, I'm not
That's
even
fucking
mad at you.
badass.
That's badass.
Yeah.
Her mother would fucking die if she heard this podcast and knew what she did. She would.
She won't fucking hear it. Nobody listens.
No, she would
Mama
literally
listens.
die. She would literally watch Barbara's like,
Barbara.
Meghan Trainor? Can you take that out? But I used to judge her. Like people used to judge her, not me. People
Yeah.
used to judge her back then for doing it. But
I think now it's a totally different time. Like I have zero judgment for anything that like. I'm a big fan. I was a big fan of strip clubs. Now it's a little different. I'm kind of over it. But there was a moment where I was, a frequent flyer. And I got a lot of stories from girls in there. They would give me their life story. I'm like, fucking good for you.
it was a journalistic moment for you.
Yeah.
You were going and digging in and trying to figure out half and
Yeah.
half.
People love to tell me all their shit.
Okay, hold
Yeah.
on. How much money do you think? Like if we started the United Strippers College Fund and you were like the benefactor, how much money have you given to strippers over the last 10 years? If you had to take a guesstimate, please don't give your
Yo,
dad a
half
heart
of
attack.
that's my money, bro.
I don't want to.
Just give me a
That's
give me a
my
roughy.
money.
Come on.
I don't want to.
You know
Me
what
and-
the real question is? How much have I spent on Amazon is the real question. But yeah, what do you
Okay,
think?
hold on.
No.
We're gonna go. First, we're gonna go strippers.
Zero.
and then
I
we're
can't
gonna
say.
Jeff
Come on.
Bezos.
I
Come
can't
on,
say.
come on.
Mom's
I
not
literally
even in the
can't say.
room.
No, I absolutely
Because
will
you
not
don't
say.
know or you
Oh,
do
I
know?
know. I know.
Do you know?
It's-
Give me a
I'm not-
range.
Here's my issue, okay? I get drunk, terrible with money. Terrible with money. Terrible with money.
Yeah, he goes,
very bad with money.
Next drinks are all on me.
I pay for
I'm like,
everybody.
what?
I pay for everyone else's strippers. I pay for. I can't. I
Okay.
gotta check the game. Listen, the cameras are dying left and right.